Most $1 million Seattle neighborhoods feel dead after 8 p.m. After nearly helping 500 families find homes in these areas, I know which areas actually give you both energy and quiet. So today we're ranking Seattle neighborhoods from best to worst, and you'll probably be surprised to see that the bottom tier costs the most, but it delivers the least, and most buyers don't find out until it's too late. So here's the deal. I'm ranking these based on what I personally want in a neighborhood at my point in life, and what most of my clients tell me they want too. So take this ranking today with a grain of salt. It's all subjective. Remember, we're just having fun. I prefer places where you can go out and do stuff late at night, not too late, but also come home to quiet streets where you can actually relax. Some of Seattle's priciest spots completely miss the mark on finding stuff to do, and I'm going to show you which ones those are. Let's talk Tier B. Nothing wrong with Tier B. Remember, this is all subjective. We got these neighborhoods of Wallingford, Fremont, and Ballard. Let me show you why they're in Tier B. If you're someone who wants both action and quiet in the same area, these can fall short. Wallingford has Gaswork Park with views of downtown. Fremont's got that artsy vibe with the Troll weekend markets and cool bars and restaurants. Ballard brings historic charm and so much going on with Ballard Ave and the locks and the waterfront. All three give you plenty to do, but here is the issue. I'm going to show you what neighborhood nails what these miss. What these miss is they just don't balance out. The main corridors can stay a little bit busy, but the quiet areas are a little far away and not as close to the action. They're tucked away from where the action is. Homes in Fremont and Ballard could cost around $900. Wallingford runs close to $1.1 million. Means you're paying top dollar, but the energy and the peace aren't in the same spot. You deserve both without having to pick. Again, nothing wrong with these neighborhoods. I like them in many ways. They're just not for me. What's in Tier A? Capitol Hill. Capitol Hill is Tier A because it's actually the place that gets it right. It is the easiest area to walk around in Seattle. You get to walk to everything within a mile. Grocery stores, restaurants that stay open late, live music and DJs, coffee, beautiful parks. It's busy and alive. Homes here typically run $850 to $950 if you're considering all condos, single family, and townhomes, and that is still cheaper than Wallingford at $1.1 million. You'll get more walkability, more things to do. You get both the action and the quiet without driving anywhere. But if you can't handle city noise at all, then this may not be for you. But if you want both worlds in one place, you want action, but you want quiet, all close to each other, Capitol Hill beats almost everything else in Seattle. Let's talk about the opposite now. We've got Bellevue. So many cool things about Bellevue, but for purposes of this, it is in Tier C, particularly areas like Somerset and Lakemont. Absolute insane views. These places are nice. Somerset has hillside views. The houses are new and big. You've got extra rooms in the basement, views of the mountains and city. Schools are some of the best around, safe and expensive. Sounds perfect, right? Here's why it doesn't work for what we want in this video. Can feel like a business park. Bellevue has some quiet neighborhood streets. The whole vibe is more polished and corporate than local and real. It's not as vibey as Seattle, but you definitely get the peace and quiet part, no problem there. The things to do part feels a little planned out and fancy, not as natural and kind of in the space that you live every day. But if you want a big safe suburb with great views and you don't care about being able to walk to cool local spots, Bellevue is fantastic. For people who want energy and calm in a real neighborhood setting, it doesn't fit. That's why it's Tier C. We've got another neighborhood in Tier A, that is Phinney Ridge. If Bellevue feels too fancy and corporate, Phinney Ridge is the total opposite. That's why it's in my Tier A. It's friendly, easy to walk around without feeling panicked with people. You get streets with big trees, old homes, neighbors who actually talk to each other. Green Lake is close by for running and biking. Great local coffee shops and restaurants and bars. Overall though, it stays chill. You can totally breathe there. Here's what sets this apart. In a second, I'm going to show you a neighborhood that completely misses this balance. Phinney Ridge is amazing. The Ridge name, right? What do you get with it? You get views of both the cascaded Olympic Mountains. Homes here can cost around $1.1, $1.2 million to start. That's more than Capitol Hill, but you get more space, more quiet, and you're still close to downtown. If you want to reach the city easily, but prefer calm nights with views over all the urban noise, Phinney Ridge is one of the best. It's a balance for people who want more peace than action, but still close to the city. All right, I got another Tier C neighborhood, and it's the city of Redmond. Redmond is where Microsoft and Nintendo are, so lots of tech workers live here. Big parks like Marymore, trails by the Sammamish River, tons of outdoor space. Schools are good, it's safe. There's got shopping at the Redmond Town Center. If you work at one of those tech companies or the many others that are in the area and you want a short drive to the office, it totally works. Here's the problem. Redmond is basically a place where Seattle workers sleep. It doesn't have that Seattle itself vibe. It's quiet and suburban. For some people, that's great, but for me, it's too much. It feels more like business parks than cool little neighborhood spots. You can't walk to local interesting cafes or shops. You have to drive everywhere. Homes can cost around $1.3 million up. It's actually more than Phinney Ridge. Phinney is smaller though, and it gives you mountain views, walkable streets, and you're close to downtown. But Redmond gives you more space and parks. And that's it. If you want a neighborhood with both action and calm in the same place, Redmond doesn't hit it. It's all calm, zero action. Let's go back to Seattle. Talk about a neighborhood called Queen Anne. Queen Anne is in my Tier B. It sits up on a hill so you see the city, the water, and the Space Needle from lots of spots. Houses go from old craftsman-style homes to new condos. Queen Anne Ave has restaurants, coffee shops, and stores you can walk to. Seattle Center is close by for concerts and events. It feels like the city, but it's not as intense as Capitol Hill. Homes can cost around $1 million and up. That's less than Phinney Ridge, way less than Redmond overall. It's because you've got this mix of condos. You can get these famous Seattle views and walkable streets. Here's why it's Tier B instead of A. The hill itself is a little bit of a pain. Walking up steep slopes isn't for everyone. While it has good energy, it doesn't quite hit the same walkable density as Capitol Hill or the calm but connected feel of Phinney Ridge. It's an amazing choice, great views, good balance. It's missing the one thing that makes it perfect. Still better than most, just not my top Tier A. All right, let's talk about another neighborhood. We're gonna put this one in Tier B. It is Magnolia. A lot of people might argue against this one and might make it Tier C because they think it's quiet, but let me tell you something. I used to live here, so I really know this place. Magnolia is quiet, feels like the burbs, but you're still near the city. Discovery Park is Seattle's biggest park with walking trails and views of the water and mountains. Houses sit on big pieces of land. Some are older mid-century style, some are classic, some are fancy with water views. It's private, peaceful, feels like a secret spot if you want to get away from the city noise. This totally works. Here's the problem though. In a minute, I'm going to show you a place that's even quieter and way more suburban. So Magnolia is sleepy, maybe too sleepy. There can be no energy here. You can't walk to live music or busy restaurants in your own neighborhood. You have to drive to Ballard or Fremont or downtown for that stuff. Houses can cost about $1.1 million up. That's a ton of money for a neighborhood that's almost all calm and barely any action. But if quiet is the most important thing to you and you're fine driving everywhere for fun, Magnolia is great. You still have easy access to places like Ballard, Queen Anne, downtown. But if you want real balance, it goes a little bit too far towards the peace and quiet. That's why it's Tier B. All right, I got another neighborhood. We moved back to the east side. Tier C, Issaquah. People call Issaquah Trailhead City because it sits in a valley with mountains all around it. You can hike for miles and trails everywhere. There are parks, movie theaters, ice skating. There's stuff for families to do. They do have some great restaurants. It's safe, schools are good. Feels like a small town. If you're someone who lives for the outdoors, weekend hikes are your thing. You want your kids playing outside constantly, and then big nightlife means not much to you. Issaquah could be perfect. It's built for nature lovers who don't care about the super urban energy, but still have easy access to places for commuting. Again, here's the problem for everyone else. It's just a place where people sleep before they drive to work in Bellevue, Redmond, or Seattle. The freeway cuts right through it. It's totally suburban and quiet. It's way too quiet. You do have the Issaquah Highlands where there's things to do, but there again isn't that balance in nightlife you can walk around in. You generally drive everywhere. Houses cost about $1 million and up. For that price, you get amazing outdoor stuff, you get peace and quiet, you just don't get a lot of city action. So if you want balance, things to do in quiet spots in one place, Issaquah doesn't give it all. It's all nature, more calm, not a lot else. That is Tier C for me. All right, we're back to another Tier A. Maybe again you think I'm biased, but don't forget, this is my opinion. Doesn't mean these aren't other great places to live. So we're going to talk about Green Lake. If Issaquah is all nature and no city, Green Lake gives you both. Place is active, you love the outdoors, you can walk everywhere. The biggest thing is Green Lake itself. Got a great path around the water where people walk, run, and bike all day. Whole vibe is about being outside. We've got old craftsman-style bungalows, newer townhomes. Anything near the lake sells super fast and for a high price. This is one of Seattle's best spots for families with lots to do. Green Lake gives you outdoor stuff constantly, but doesn't go overboard on city noise like Capitol Hill. You get parks and trails, walkable streets, and it still feels like a real neighborhood. Homes, if you're lucky, can start around $1 million. That's less than Issaquah, way closer to downtown. If you want your kids to bike around safely, go for a jog every morning, stay close to the city without needing a car all the time, Green Lake works. It's tier A because it has that balance. Activities, things to do, calm, all in the same place. Let's switch it up. We're gonna go to another tier B. This is West Seattle. There are certain parts of West Seattle that I absolutely love. This place is chill and coastal with the neighborhoods who really care about the area. Alki Beach is what everyone loves. Paddleboard, kayak, lay in the sun, hang by the water, and here's the vibey, energetic part. California Ave has tons of restaurants and shops. Houses are craftsman style. Some can see the water in the Olympic Mountains. It feels like a beach town if you're still in Seattle. Really good for families. Here's why it's tier B. Getting downtown from West Seattle can take longer. The bridge can get backed up. You get the calm and the beach stuff, but the things to do is more about the water than walking around neighborhoods. Everything's a little bit separated. You got the beach, you got California Avenue. Homes can cost anywhere from $900 to $1.3 depending on where you are. It's quite a big spread, even at the high end. You're dealing with a little bit of a drive, especially if you work in Bellevue, the east side. But if you love beach life and if possible commute doesn't bother you, West Seattle is solid. If you want a real balance with easy city access, it's not quite there. That is why it's tier B. All right, if you think all of east side is tier C, well, let me talk to you about a tier A on the east side. It is Kirkland, the last waterfront place. Kirkland, especially around the Juanita area and the downtown area, tier A, there is so much to walk to. It's the calmer choice if Seattle feels too intense. Kirkland sits on Lakes Washington. It's got a chill waterfront feel. Also has a busy downtown and good spots for families. Juanita Beach Park is right on the water. You've got the Cross Kirkland Corridor, which is a fantastic trail you can bike or walk. Downtown has small shops, good restaurants. Houses are newer builds, updated modern homes, and some older mid-century places. Neighbors from all kinds of backgrounds. It is active and not crazy crowded, but here's where it is. The prices cost more than most neighborhoods, $1.3 million and up, if you're lucky. Here's who it's for overall. Families who want space and good schools but still want walkable downtown areas. Tech workers who don't want to live right next to the office, although there is Google there, but they want an easy commute. People who grew up in Seattle but find it way too loud now. We definitely see a lot of that moving from busy Seattle to the east side. You can eat at a packed restaurant, walk home, hit a bar, and then be on quiet streets by the lake. So if you want the best of both, but like things a little bit more relaxed than Capitol Hill or Phinney Ridge, Kirkland nails it. It's tier A because it actually gives you what those pricey Seattle neighborhoods say they will but don't, real balance. All right, so here's a pattern you probably noticed, right? The neighborhoods that cost the most don't always give you the most. The lesson here is don't chase the biggest houses or the nearest development. Chase the neighborhood that fits exactly what you want to live like. Energy when you need it, quiet when you want it. That's what matters to me. Again, this is all my opinion, right? So you choose what neighborhood is right for you and we'll help you find it. My personal pick is Capitol Hill. I know it's not for everyone. If you need total silence, skip it. I live in the northern side, close to Volunteer Park, so I get access to everything. The peace and quiet, the awesome, cool restaurants and bars. I can walk to downtown Seattle. To me, it is the place that gives it all, and it's easy to commute to any neighborhood. So if you're serious about moving to Seattle, you want to help finding the right neighborhood for your lifestyle, email us at hello@mwagnerteam.com. We work with families every day who thought they wanted one area, then realized after actually visiting that something else fit better. It is just part of the home buying process, but we will save you from making an expensive mistake. Now here's what I didn't cover, what it's actually like to live in these top neighborhoods day to day. So in the next video, I'm taking you inside 3 of the best. Green Lake, Phinney Ridge, and Greenwood. You'll see the Lakeside Recreation, the Woodland Park Zoo, cozy coffee shops, those fantastic parks, classic craftsman homes everyone loves. I'm going to show you the real lifestyle, what homes actually look like in each area. So if you're deciding between those neighborhoods, this video will make it clear which one is yours. See you there.